Brunswick year-round emergency shelter right here in reality. During the winter months, talking of last winter when it was 20 below weather, people would sleep along this in sleeping bags. People would dwell here to stay out the cold because they was getting rushed out of Starbucks, they were getting rushed out of Burger King, they was told they can't be in our libraries, so they would come stay here to have a sense of refuge. But however, if a little humanity is given, we can erect or basically gut out a house and make an emergency shelter. And not only emergency shelter, but a day center and permanent housing location with the assistance of mental health people, legal services, and volunteers to bless their time and honor the time from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. Myself, I was formerly homeless. I've slept here before. I got out the elements here because I had nowhere to go, and I would just wait out the day till the soup kitchen opened up at 11 o'clock from maybe 5 in the morning until 10:30 when they would allow the doors to be open at Elijah Promise, and I would go inside to get out the cold and would volunteer a little bit. However, if a little compassion and wisdom is combined and people join me on this venture to assist the homeless community of New Brunswick, which is not just the people you see at the train station, but also here along the Raritan. Along the Raritan River, you have undocumented people, you have mentally ill people, you have people with addiction problems, you have its own little personal community that's constantly growing. These are people from all different countries seeking asylum, refuge, immigrants, and these are working class poor people that just want to survive and have a necessity to provide for themselves and possibly their family if they have one. So it's the same thing you would do, but you have the comfort of going to sleep in your bed. You have the comfort of going to your toilet or taking a shower when you need to. These people are literally showering out of a spigot of water that's coming out maybe 3-5 miles from this location. So once again, reiterate, this is New Brunswick Emergency Shelter, not Hosanna Min's 40-bed shelter, which only takes state referrals, which only takes people coming out of jail, which only takes people coming out of prison because it's profitable to them. And then the chronically homeless wait until a winter shelter, rotating shelter is placed in there, and it's 15 beds. And then the 15 beds does not suffice for a number that exceeds easily 100 people. Because you also have undocumented students that are not leaseholders sleeping on people's couches or got kicked out of the dorm, and they're hopping place to place, and once in a while they transitly walk through here just to forget their troubles. So over this section, you have people that drink. You have people that just get away and seek refuge to hide in the little corner right along that hill, right above the hill. You got people that hide here and chill and relax. Maybe take a drink because it's 20 below and they want to warm their body up. However, we have a remedy to everything. We can have outpatient mental health facility, put someone on site, you can have a security guard on desk to deal with the liability, have walkie-talkies so the police come every, I don't know, in shifts of every 6 hours or so, or something of that nature, where there is a plenty of resources available to the homeless because these people are displaced for their resources. They don't want food. Your basic human right is food, shelter, and education. They want shelter. Food is given because people are benevolent enough to see these people suffering. And the education will come from teaching the people how to become independent and self-sufficient on their own, like creating jobs. Because as we know, job retention is the main piece to avoiding being chronically homeless. Myself, I've suffered being chronically homeless. Other individuals take that money that they make, and they can make maybe more money than a person working a $40,000 salary job throughout the month, but all that money is going to surviving. That money may go to a motel, that money may go to buying some socks, that money may go to buying some cigarettes, that money may go to buying some hygiene products to keep themselves correct. You see what I'm saying? So, or majority of the times they don't want to eat at the soup kitchen and have a real meal. They're gonna buy their own meal, go to a bodega, go to a place where they can get a platter of rice and some chicken and have a wholesome meal. So not only will SHILO, supporting homeless innovatively, loving others, take care of the 5 components of homelessness, we will provide the outreach, we will provide the shelter, we provide the food, the clothing, the mental health, the addiction, and the job retention. So our goal is to show impartial love to the homeless community, not fragmenting the homeless by veteran, by mentally ill, by felon community, but impartially embodying that whole community and giving them what they need, which is their resources of a shelter. And from that, if you gave a doghouse, it would be loyal to you. So these are simple notions that people can get a part of by simply giving in the form of clothing, food, and a donation, a pledge of $5, $10, whatever it may be, to our Indiegogo fund, Shiloh, New Brunswick shelter, and also signing our petition, which has over 1,000 signatures on change.org. And that started at City Council before March of last year. I was there personally just listening in and seeing how they were rebuttal to questions about the homeless community, and they kept backdooring it and brushing it off, stating, oh, there's only 20 homeless that I see. Yes, the 20 homeless you see are the chronically visible homeless in the face of homelessness, the people you see scattered throughout George Street. And then slowly but surely, without washing yourself 2-3 days, you feel like Tom Hanks in Castaway, and yes, your mental faculty will deplete. So think of that as we take this journey to see how the subpopulation of the homeless community is living along the Raritan banks, because the city government doesn't want to listen to Rutgers United supporting homeless, doesn't want to listen to Food for Thought, doesn't want to listen to other advocates, doesn't want to listen to an ex-Catholic Charities Elijah Promise case manager and a formerly homeless individual that has given them facts from the National Alliance of Homelessness, HUD exchange information, as well as the federal government to their face. So I fear nothing, but I fear God, and I hope that you have a sense of humanity to assist us in our cause to getting an emergency shelter. Walk with us.